Pickaxe.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of YOMP! Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, who's that? That is Sophie.
It's Sophie. Hiya, love. How you doing? You alright?
I'm alright, love. I'm G, this is Sophie, and we are here on this podcast called YOMP, where we talk about all things movies. Can you believe it?
No, not just some things. All things movies.
All things movies. We talk about a lot of weird stuff, and you can't disagree with the fact that I say all things movies, because last time, or the time before, we talked about Liam Neeson peeing his pants. So
yeah, there's always something about.
Yeah, there's just something.
There's always something out of left field. You never expect it.
Yeah, you never know what we're going to discuss. But that's the beauty of YOMP, and we always have a great time with it. So today, we're going to be discussing Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
This is a film I've not seen in a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
Very long time. You picked this because it was similar to Cool World.
Correct. Yeah, very similar to Cool World, and, you know, I wanted to see, does it hold up? Is it better? Was it like ahead of its time? You know, like does it still stand out? Because I had this on VHS and I watched this quite a lot when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah, I thought it was fabulous. Like, I thought that the animation, as well as like the real human interaction in the movie, was so amazing to me.
Honestly, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And it still is.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Someone on Letterboxd reviews said it's a bit of a lightning in a bottle type thing. You could never get this ever again. Never. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think it was, for the time, very, very revolutionary in the sense that, like, this was in 88.
Yeah.
88.
The casting was perfect.
Yeah.
The animation is beautiful.
Yes.
The effects, the amount of care that was taken in putting in all the effects and all the, like, practical stuff to make the animation and the live action stuff blend together. And then you've got the crossover between, like, Warner Brothers and Disney.
Yeah.
Which you would never get that now.
Whoa.
Never.
Well, you would, but it would be, like, super tumultuous and, like, just immense, right? Like the legal proceedings for that would be insane, and it would, like, they'd hark on about it for months, right? Because any time today that there's any sort of crossover with anything, especially when it comes to, like, Disney or any of their IPs, it's a big deal, right?
Yeah.
There's a big hubbub. But, like, when I was watching this, I'd forgotten how much Warner Brothers and, like, the Looney Tunes stuff was with, like, a bunch of the Disney stuff.
Yeah.
I'd completely forgotten about that entirely. So when I kept seeing, like, Donald Duck and Goofy, like, the fucking Goofy, like,
Donald and Daffy Duck.
Yeah, having a duel on a piano.
Yeah.
Like, this is an 88. Like, it's immense. And, like, again, like, I'm not gonna be coy about how I feel about the film. I think even today it's just groundbreaking.
Of course it is. And it was done so well.
Yeah.
That I think that you'd be hard pushed to find someone who didn't think that it was just, like, immaculately made.
Yeah.
The attention to all the detail is so cool. Like, awesome. And, like, okay, I thought the story was a little bit, it dragged in places. I found my attention sort of drifting in points of it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that it's a bad a bad film or a bad story, because it's a neo-noir
Yes.
story,
Yeah.
but in a completely different way than would have been seen before or since. It's super cool.
It's quite an interesting take. Like you said, it's like neo-noir, and you've got the Looney Tunes, and you've got like a whole bunch of cartoons. We'll get into the plot in just a second, but first I wanted to thank our Patreon people. I know we usually leave this to the end, but I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you, because we've had a bit of an influx of people coming in and upgrading their tiers and all that jazz. So thank you so much for that. And if you do want to support us over on the Patreon, it's patreon.com/yompcast. I get this messed up every time.
And it's completely optional as well.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to do it, because we like offering things for free when we can.
We do, but I do think we work really hard as well. And we offer some cool things, and we discussed over the last couple months about like doing viewer selected movie lists, which I think I think it's about time we do that. So
I think so, definitely.
Yeah. So if you are a Patreon supporter and you want to submit a movie for us to pick from a list, like we do traditionally with both our lists, go check out the Patreon. We've done a short ones new segment, which is you get to see us on camera and we're talking about a film, and it's a bit shorter than usual. So the whole array of really wonderful things that we're working on. But
and we're launching YouTube members soon as well.
Yes, no, it's already been launched. So if you don't care about using Patreon as a platform, you can just opt for YouTube instead. And we're going to be offering some specific YouTube things adjacent as well. So playing around with the idea of doing like a live episode. So yeah, really cool stuff. Thank you to our Giga Yompers, who are the top tier. We really appreciate you. Thank you, Steve, Jenky, Scott, I'm a Robot, Luck, and Enki. These are our quote-unquote executive producers. Thank you for being at the top tier. And again, thank you to everyone who supports us at the Patreon. And back to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So
speaking of executive producers, etc.
Yes. This was adapted, and I never knew this. So we're getting a little bit of trivia here. This was adapted from Who Censored Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? I never knew this. I thought this was just, like a whole new idea. But yeah, the cover of it looks quite interesting. I don't know if you've seen it. It's very old school.
No. I'm trying to... Yeah, I'll find it.
So it's a fantasy mystery novel written by Gary K. Wolfe in 1981. And then it was obviously later adapted in 88. So I don't know the complete detailed differences between the two, but apparently, so Eddie Valiant, which same name, I think.
Yes, yeah.
So he's a private eye. Roger Rabbit is a second banana comic strip character.
Right.
Yeah. Roger hires Valiant to find out why his employers, the DeGreasy brothers, who are owners of a cartoon syndicate, have reneged on a promise to give Roger his own strip and potentially sell his contract to a mystery buyer. Yeah, so right off the bat there, pretty different from the film.
Yeah, but it's got the same sort of characters, right?
Yeah, well, Eddie and obviously Roger. I don't even know if Jessica Rabbit is in the... No, it says includes Roger's estranged widow. So Jessica... So she's an estranged widow in this. That's so funny. Oh my God.
Do you think she died later? Or...
I don't know.
Like, do you think he had an ex-wife? Do you think this is a different wife? Do you think this...
I mean... Roger gets puss from what I understand. There's a lot of the cartoons in the movie who were like, oh my God, Roger Rabbit? Wow. He's such a dreamboat. I'm just like, okay, sure.
He annoys the fuck out of me, man.
Does he? But, like, you know, women like funny guys.
They do. Like, that's the only criteria for me. If you look funny.
Yeah, it's not even
Funny
about,
looking.
like, you know, having the jokes, right? It's about if you look funny, oh.
Yeah.
Sold.
Because I'll look at you and I'll just smile. I'll laugh and I'll smile and it'll be like,
oh my God. He's just a funny guy. And like, I think obviously the older you get, right, in life, and I think this must be for a lot of people, you can't just be all looks, right? It's what's inside. If you're funny and smart and personable, and you are good looking, then that's like a plus, I guess.
but even good looks are subjective, right? Because Jessica Rabbit, I don't find attractive at all.
You don't think she's va-va-voom?
No, because she looks like she's balding in a lot of shots anyway. She looks uncomfortable. Like, why is her rib cage that big? It looks like, you know, when you take a deep breath and you've been holding your breath for ages?
Yeah. Her purport. Well, you know what they say.
She looks like she's in agony all the time.
Yeah. She says she's not bad, she's just drawn that way.
Well, she's shite. She's badly drawn. That's true. She don't look like anything.
Really? You don't think she's drawn right?
I think she looks like a mess. And there is a bit of trivia that I was reading about her tits.
Oh, okay.
The guy that animated them, he animated her tits backwards so that her boobs bounce up when a normal woman's breasts would bounce down. So if you take a step, right, and your jugs, the jugular area, they go down with your foot. They sort of like they would bounce, right?
Gravity.
If you had massive bazongas.
Yeah.
When she's walking, her tits sort of bounce up as she walks, and I noticed that, and it pissed me off.
I don't know that I did notice that. That's quite interesting. I need to.
They were filling the frame for quite a lot at the time, but
yeah. Wait, I need to. Oh yeah. Well, but if you're wearing a push-up bra,
yes.
Well, like boobs jiggle, so
yeah, they do.
So
but
like, but are you saying they're going up first or down?
So they go up first instead of down. Like if I jump up and down,
yeah,
right. If I'm not going to do it, I've got a cat on my knee, but I would be doing it if just imagine me jumping up and down right now.
Yeah.
When I land on the floor, my tits are gonna fall.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then they're going to bounce up a bit in recoil.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
Hers bounce up when she hits the floor.
Instead of down first.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I don't know. It just... it's something I noticed anyway.
Yeah, well, I genuinely didn't, but it's the fact that there's trivia about it, and you said that he... drew it back. What you said backwards, right? So
yeah, he studied the tits backwards. He was like, I'm going to reverse this.
Must have had to watch a lot of porn to figure that one out.
It's like, I'm doing research.
A lot of artists and animators have to genuinely have references. So he might have had to, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where he would have looked other than looking at porn, realistically.
Of course.
Yeah.
Or just asking girls to jump up and down for them.
Gladys, can you just fucking jump up and down for me real quick? I need this as reference. You wouldn't get it. Don't speak to HR about it though.
Do not.
Because I've seen that in like whenever I watch like an anime, the studio that did Attack on Titan, they were like, one of the animators was trying to do like a frame for like a shot, and he was like, he got one of his colleagues and he was like, can you like put your hands up as if you're about to shout, essentially.
Yeah.
And he did that. He put his hands like, near his mouth, and because when he was drawing it to begin with, it didn't look right. And then when his mate did that, he was like, oh yeah, that helps.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
interesting
good references.
Yeah, good referencing. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So the plot for this one, I know we talked about the adaptation really quickly, but the plot for this one is there's a toon star called Roger Rabbit, and he's worried that his wife, Jessica Rabbit, has been playing patty cake with someone else, and then he gets framed because the person that she plays patty cake with is the head of one of the studios that owns Toontown and like all the animation stuff, right? And then he gets snuffed out, and then they think, well, basically, Roger
it's like
Rabbit's
he had
been
the
framed.
motive.
Yeah,
he had the motive to do it.
Yeah, when I say patty cake, I genuinely mean patty cake. I don't mean, this isn't a euphemism for clapping her cheeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, and there's quite a few characters at play. You've got Eddie Valiant, who's the PI. You've got obviously Jessica. She's in it a little bit, not like a lot. And yeah, he's basically on a quest to find out what the hell happened. He doesn't really vibe with the tunes very much because his brother?
Yep, his brother was killed by a toon.
His brother was killed by a toon, so he doesn't like doing cases involving tunes or being near Toontown. He drinks a lot, like any cliche PI would, around this time, because it's like 47 Hollywood, I think.
I think it's 1949.
Oh,
maybe
okay.
47. I don't know.
Yeah, it's around there essentially.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Roger's like a pretty big deal. He's a
big movie star, Yeah.
Even
though what he was acting in, right, pissed me off. I was immediately like, God, I'm annoyed.
Yeah, it's a lot. Especially they were like, he's a rabbit and there's a baby, and the mother is like, okay, you got to take care of the baby, and she leaves to go somewhere, and it's just an ensemble of chaos. That cartoon is kind of like, Tom and Jerry, slapstick, body exaggerated, like injuries, right? Where he's in the scene and he's trying to take care of the baby, and he's like getting a shelf dropped on his head, a refrigerator dropped on his head. The baby's trying to get to the cookies, and he's like, "Cuckoo gaga, I'm a baby." But then, the scene ends with Roger having a fridge dropped on his head, and instead of like producing stars, around his head, it's like little Tweety bird type things, and the fucking like director's having a go at him. And then the baby starts having a fit, and it's actually just like, it sounds like a 50-year-old smoker, this baby, right?
And it is something very stupid. Like, they're saying that it's all Roger's fault. Like, baby Herman was spot on, but Roger is crap at what he does. And it's just like, for fuck's sake. He's been trying his best, man.
He's just trying his best. And so that's how the movie opens, with, it sets the scene of like, imagine like watching this back then, right? And it opens with that, and then it's like, then the human element comes into it, with the director and the people working on the set. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. And even the animation of Roger and all the animated things walking behind
everything is perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this was the problem with Cool World.
Yeah.
It was a flat scene, and they were put onto flat backgrounds.
Yes.
And they couldn't interact with anything else because it just didn't work. They didn't have the effort put in there. In this, it's a 3D, like the cartoons are moving in a 3D space, and they're interacting with things in a 3D space. And they've always got their eye line in exactly the right place. Yeah. They're always the way that they're the real life things.
Yeah.
Like, amazing. The props and like the furniture and just wherever anything is, it's amazing. Even like there's a scene where he's like on a bed and Roger is depressing the mattress of the bed and jumping up and down on it and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all really like quite amazing, honestly, especially for 88.
Yes, and even the humans holding cartoon things do very well. You know,
yeah.
There's a bit where what's his face? Christopher Lloyd is holding a shoe though, and he's wiggling it about, and I think that doesn't really work very well. You're like,
because I think the movement for that was very erratic-ish, like moving very fast. Whereas if you remember the scene where Jessica Rabbit is doing her show and she walks down and she grabs the cheeks of the head honcho.
Yeah.
If you look at when she does that and she's like, you know, pulling on his cheeks, it looks like she's actually doing it. Yeah. This was like it's like 1930 in the film. Like if you want to look at the timestamp, it's really impressive. And I don't know how the hell they did that. Genuinely.
It's really good.
His whole face is moving, like his cheeks, his neck, everything is moving as if she's somewhat like. Clearly, there has to be somebody doing it, but
there's someone, but they've managed to cover up any little bits where you would see, you would see the like props or the actors.
Yeah, because you can see the green screen outline around his jacket, but the weird thing is, it's not that obvious.
No, not at all. And like when she's interacting with Bob Hoskins and she's moving his jacket around and his tie and his hat, like they're holding things, and it's like that's brilliant. Yeah. It's so good. Like I would love to see, there must be, because I've never actually looked, there must be some behind the scenes sort of thing. Like pre-rotoscoped footage. But honestly, like it was so believable, which is a huge thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I just did a quick search and we can look at this later, I guess. But yeah, it says behind the scenes of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and it's like a 5-minute video. So there has to be, there has to be like something out there that goes into detail. There's like a guy, I don't know who this is. Dale Beard, James Baxter, David Bowers. This is so freaking fascinating to me. It's so impressive. I'm so impressed, and I still am in awe that this came out in 1988. And I just remember watching this quite regularly as a kid, and just watching it now. Wow, honestly.
I mean, you take it for granted when you're a kid, right?
In a way, yeah. But like now that I'm grown and I'm watching this, I'm just like, holy shit. Holy shit. And like to this day, no joke, the Christopher Lloyd as the baddie and that end scene still freaks me out.
Terrifying.
Isn't he? Like as a kid, I was like so scared of the dip, first of all, because it looked gruesome and like gross. And the fact that it could kill Toons. And he's just freaky. Because like obviously they superimpose like the stupid red eyes on top of him. You know, because spoiler alert, he's actually a Toon. But yeah, his design, freaky as hell. Very effective. Very, very effective. As a grown woman, I still get freaked out about it. So
yeah. Holy shit. So I'm watching this behind the scenes thing.
Did you find... Yeah.
Bro. So, I mean, for starters, I knew they used a big rubber doll.
I didn't know that.
So, for Roger Rabbit, they used a life-size rubber doll for when they had to, like, hold him by the ears or, like, interact with him. And even in places where they would look at him. And I'm watching the bit they have these little robots that's basically like an arm, and it's got like either like grippers or suckers on. And,
oh my god, yeah.
So basically, they have like a guy controlling this robot, like puppeteering a robot. And it's just one single little arm that's doing these things. Or like a guy that's holding a gun on a string.
Oh my god. I can see what you're seeing, and
Yeah.
you're right. That's insane.
Isn't that incredible?
That
like,
is so innovative, and like I'm blown away.
I love it. This is what I mean. Like, you would never get this attention to detail ever.
Well, you
again.
do, just it's very rare. It's very, very rare nowadays, because a lot of things can just be done away with computer, and like there's no innovative thinking outside the box. And like, I watched the Hail Mary I can never remember the fucking like the Hail,
that Project Hail Mary is
Project Hail Mary, yeah, great movie. So much, there's like, I don't think they use CGI. There's like a lot of practical effects. A lot of practical effects, like what you see in this video with them with the robot and this and that. Like, there's a lot of that, because I've seen like tidbits of like practical effects being used in the film, and they keep going on about how they don't use any CGI in the film. And there's a lot of like incredible, breathtaking like moments in the film that you would think look like, it's not in a bad way, like that it's CGI, but you're like, how are they able to achieve this without it? Like, this is so impressive. So to see this, it just makes me respect the film even more. Like, we know that a lot of work probably went into it, but to see it like this, just,
it really like opens up, like it's amazing, like the amount of work that went in, but it just highlights how good an actor Bob Hoskins is as well. He is fucking amazing at it. Like, the way that he interacts with empty space, like there's something there.
Literally
fucking cool.
Go to 331 on that YouTube video, and we can post this in the description as well for anyone who wants to see this. But if you go to 331, there's like a string holding a gun, and then obviously it like shows the actual scene, and it's like the cartoon hyena dog thing,
Weasel.
The weasel. Yeah, the weasel like holding the gun, and he has to, and I know that happens with a lot of green screen acting, right? But usually it's like with Dobby and fucking Harry Potter, there was like a, I don't know, fucking tennis ball attached to a stick, or there's things, and people have to act with things that aren't really there, right?
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know, like, that just shows just how good a lot of like actors can be, because if you can do that, you're basically you're looking at thin air, right?
Yeah.
And you have to evoke emotions with something that really isn't there.
Brad Pitt,
yes,
he just pales in comparison.
I mean, in comparison to this, yeah, it really, wow. This overshadows that pretty heavily.
Everything, like the amount of detail that was put into this film, just in so many different ways, like not even, but it's the fact that so much work went into it that you don't think about how much work went into it. And that's a really clever thing to do.
Yeah, it looks effortless.
Yeah. And that's the mark of a very good film as well.
Yes, I think so. The fact that it looks so effortless, but when you really boil it down, there is a lot of effort. Like, again, I know I keep bringing this up, but in Project Hail Mary, there's like a little rock alien creature.
Yeah.
None of that was CGI. They literally made a robot puppet for this creature, and they had somebody acting as him and puppeteering this little robot thing to be in the scene. And it's not just, they're not just depending on CGI, they're not just depending on things that can just like wish the hard work away, essentially. And I don't know, like, I feel bad saying stuff like, oh, there was effort, therefore I respect it more. But I kind of do feel like that. And I don't know if that's wrong.
I don't respect people that use AI.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with you there.
That's fucking... That,
Yeah.
I mean, that's where we're heading.
Yeah.
It's like, type prompt in, alter prompt, and we're going to get... There's going to be some people that say, well, actually, it takes a lot of creative vision to make something from these... Well, yeah, okay, fine, whatever, but compare it to the people who really, really think and care about their craft. Like, this is amazing.
Yes.
This, and, like, when I was doing my video on The Thing, and the special effects Rob Bottin did on that, like, he thought outside the box so much to try and get the vision that he saw. He was like, okay, we're going to melt a lot of plastic and we're going to reverse this bit of footage. We're going to use loads of KY jelly. We're going to do this, this, and this. And it was like they were constantly thinking of different ways to do it, to make it look right. And it was his job, and he didn't leave the studio for like a year. He slept there and he worked every fucking day because that's just what he did. He loved it.
Yeah, it probably wasn't even expected to do that or even told to do that. But some people are so, you know, passionate about what they do and what they believe in. And the thing that I really can get behind is it's not just, oh, you must suffer to create something beautiful and something worthwhile and whatever. It's not about that. It's about giving people the opportunity who are in this industry behind the scenes that know what they're doing, who can exhibit their expertise. So the people that worked to do the robot, somebody had to make that little robot. Somebody had to make the prosthetic. Somebody had to walk on stilts to you know, do the mother's legs in that initial animation. Somebody had to do that. You're giving people work. You're giving people opportunity in this industry to create something magical. You're giving these people opportunity, and you're not just like boiling 10 people's job down to one software.
Yeah, that doesn't really work very well.
That doesn't really work very well, and you're left with something that looks like very, very noticeably lackluster.
Yes.
And it's the giving, you know, an animatronics director and somebody to make the animatronic and somebody to do the Foley for the sounds and somebody to... There's so many jobs in there for people to actually, you know, be able to do what they're passionate about. And when you take that away, you suck the soul out of
it a lot. Not the products, but also the people. Like, it's just very sad. We don't... It's like... It's very rare that you get things like this anymore.
Yeah. If you look at, like, the amount of people who are in the scene for this behind the scenes of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and the amount of people who are, you know, like, they're consulting and the experts in their field who are helping make this film, there's so many. There are so many people there. And I think that's a wonderful thing, that you have so many, like, people pouring themselves into this thing, and you're not just, you know, wishing it away with some piece of shit software or AI, you know, whatever shape that might come in.
Yeah, and I know this isn't to say that you know, there are people that want to do things that they don't have the funds to do it to start off with, but you know, that's always been the way. I think, you know, when people started getting home movies and straight to video stuff, and it made everything that little bit more accessible, but people have been finding ways to do these creative things forever.
Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna replace something with something else, and I know it's easier said than done, but I feel like there needs to be a way to not completely eliminate that other thing and kind of like translate it into something else. And it really makes me sad when those things get taken away, because again, it just feels like movie making business is already a bit soulless in a way because a lot of the higher ups only care about the bottom line.
Yeah.
So when you keep sucking that life and soul and passion out of it, it becomes even more sad, right? It's just depressing.
Yeah, it's why I don't enjoy a lot of newer things, because it's like I like to see people's vision in things. I like to see people's souls in things, and when the higher ups say no, we need to do it like this, this, and this, and it sort of removes some of the artistic vision from it.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with you. And honest to God, I didn't even think we were even going to go in this territory here. No. But I think that's the beauty of this podcast. Like, I love, again, and I know it sounds like I'm saying this. It's not like I'm saying you got to toil and suffer. And in order for something to be great, there has to be so much suffering in order for something to be made. That's not what I'm saying at all. No. I have a bit more respect for passion and critical thinking. And I feel like the more we depend on things that, replace those, I feel like the dumber we get. The dumber, like some people are even losing the ability. I know it's a small example. Some people are even losing the ability to spell correctly.
Write emails,
Yeah, with because we depend on spell check, writing normal words that we should know how they're spelled, people are losing that ability because they don't have to worry about how it's spelled because autocorrect or spell checker will correct that for us.
Yeah.
And even worse so, using AI to fucking generate a goddamn email. A normal fucking email that you should not be depending on AI for. I just feel like everything like that is just dumbing society down even further.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad. In the creative spaces as well, but I don't know, I have a bit of hope.
There are always going to be people that want to keep it alive and push back against it. And we're seeing it happening.
Yeah. When I see the Project Hail Mary and the behind the scenes stuff there, it does give me hope. And yeah, when I see it in other movies, I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank God, they actually have respect for their craft and they're not trying to cut corners. And yeah, it just makes me sad when real people can be doing a job and then they opt for the easier, cost efficient option.
Yeah.
And you're affecting real people that have spent real years and real time and real money and everything and sacrifice.
I think it
to perfect
dilutes. I think it dilutes everything as well, because what you get is we watched this sort of thing growing up. We would watch proper animation things and proper puppetry, proper special effects. And the less you get that, the less people are inspired to do that.
I completely agree with you, because they have nothing else to be inspired from.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of work that we see today or back in the whatever, a lot of David Lynch and whoever, they get inspiration from things.
Mm-hmm.
They've got their own creative vision, but a lot of artists and movie makers and musicians, they need inspiration.
For sure.
So if inspiration is dying out because people they're not being as creative as they should be, then I feel like that's really sad. But I don't think that's happening. I don't think so. I think there's still a lot of very good creativity out there, and I think there's a lot of very passionate people out there. And I don't think that the people who do cut corners are the large majority.
Yeah.
Or at least I hope it isn't. So
I think you're right.
But yeah, so with Roger Rabbit, back to the plot really quick. So yeah, Eddie Valiant was hired by I forget his name. He's the head of one of the studios.
Yeah, I forget.
I forget his name. Either way, he was hired by one of like the head of the studios because he wants like Roger to like know for certain that like Jessica's being a hussy or something, or like doing stuff behind his back. He
says that Roger isn't very good at his job because of Jessica Rabbit. I don't really understand that bit.
I don't understand that either. No, but it's a cover up because of
So he's like, go take some photos of this happening, and it'll fuck him up, and he'll concentrate on work. Fine. So he catches Jessica Rabbit playing patty cake with this guy, who then turns out dead. And this is where the investigation is where you see Doom, the guy played by Christopher Lloyd, who is he the mayor of Toontown?
I don't think he's the mayor of Toontown, but isn't he like a secret, like police? Not a secret police. Isn't he like a police force?
Like commissioner, like.
Yeah, I think so. Wait, what is Christopher Lloyd's? I mean, it's kind of crazy that I don't remember this, but his character's a bit all over the place in a way.
Yeah.
Because first of all,
he got the job by spreading a load of money around.
Yeah. First of all, it's like, why is he just allowed to straight up murder Toons?
Justice for the shoe.
Sorry, he's Judge Doom. So yes, he is obviously the antagonist, and Resurrection Baron von Rotten. Amazing. But his name is Baron von Rotten. That's incredible. But yeah, he's Judge Doom, and he's not official police, but he works in that capacity. What I don't understand is why he, as a Toon, wants to eradicate Toons.
Because he's a piece of shit.
He just hates his own kind and thinks Toons are dumb, and like we should focus on pumping money into freeways and gentrification.
Yeah, that's basically his thing. Is he wants to build a freeway where people just stay on it and just drive and get gas stations and
he wants to build up like shops and restaurants, and so I was just like, so gentrification. Okay, great motives, but yeah, you don't know that right until I guess the end. But yeah, his character always freaked me out, and even again to this day still freaks me out. But yeah, so Eddie, I guess. So Roger is clearly set up, and Eddie was hired as is the right word, patsy in a way? Like,
yeah.
I
think he calls himself a patsy even.
Yeah, I think Jessica does, or he does, but it's essentially, he was hired because they knew she was going to be playing patty cake with the head of that studio. And, once Roger Rabbit saw that, he was going to go on a rampage killing spree, obviously, because that's his beloved. Obviously, because that's his wife. Because Toons are capable of killing people.
We find that out, yeah.
Yeah, they are capable, because Eddie Valiant's brother was killed by a Toon, had a piano dropped on him, I think.
Yes. Yeah. And all he saw was his red eyes. Crazy red eyes.
Crazy, scary red eyes. We see him go to the club in which you see fucking Daffy Duck and Donald Duck playing the piano, which again is mental. And there's also a line in there that's a bit sus. I don't know if you heard it. Okay, no. I don't think you did. Okay.
No.
They're playing the piano, and I know, like, Donald has a speech. I think they both have speech impediments.
Yeah.
But it sounds, when he calls Daffy a nitwit, it sounds like he says the N-word.
Oh my God.
I'm not joking. And I Googled it, and a lot of people
are agreeing, saying, what the fuck?
Yeah. A lot of people are like, did he just. And a lot of people are like, no, he said nitwit. He said nitwit. Trust me when I tell you, it does not sound like that. Trust me when I tell you. I had to do a double take, genuinely. Quick trivia on that. So because the movie was being made by Disney's Touchstone Pictures, Warner Brothers would only allow the use of their biggest cartoon stars. So Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, if they got as much screen time as Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. For that reason, they were always in pairs, such as the piano battle between Daffy and Donald, and the parachute scene with Bugs and Mickey. This was continued with Porky, Pig, and Tinkerbell at the movie's ending. That's really funny. It's like, okay, we will only include them if you pair them up with your biggest, stars, animator stars, essentially.
Yeah, they have to be like equal.
Yeah, which I find really funny because you'd think the bigger the popularity of the cartoon, the more they'd want to like charge them for it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we'll only give you... I thought they would say we'd only give you, like, the lesser-known characters.
Yeah.
But clearly the opposite.
Actually, in order to sign off on it, they gave them a different sort of, like proof to get signed off on than what actually turned up.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I think so. I'll find the trivia for that later.
Oh, my God. That's crazy. Right, so yeah, he goes, so Eddie Valiant goes to this bar, all of this tunes performing, it's mental. He meets like Jessica Rabbit. She's a va-va-voom, sex bombshell. Betty Boop is there.
She pisses me the fuck off. I never liked her anyway.
Why? Because she speaks really weird.
Yeah. She speaks kind of like a child.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like a pin-up doll, vintage pin-up like persona, I guess. I don't know too much about it, but I remember Betty Boop back when I was a kid.
Yeah. Eddie Valiant, really, he's got the fucking hots.
Everyone does. What, the hots for Jessica?
Yeah.
Everybody's fawning and just completely head over heels for Jessica. She's hot as fuck.
You think that he's gonna... I mean, I think that's the point, that he's like totally smitten with her. Right? He's like looking through the pictures going, fucking hell.
Yeah. I mean, I guess because I've seen it so many times at this point, I just know what happens. Because Eddie Valiant's love interest is Dolores. And even before he goes on this, thing where he's going to go take pictures of Jessica, he's like, oh, you got the camera lying around. She's like, yeah, should have film in there. It's from our holiday from Cancun or something like that. So you clearly know that he has a love interest or a sort of relationship, a very broken relationship with this Dolores character.
And you see them like that they made the detective business with her. So him, his brother, and her.
Yeah. And because obviously his brother died, he just was drinking himself, to death. She had to go and get a job at a bar, essentially. Yeah. So yeah, he's not doing great. He's just constantly drinking, and things could be better. And he's racked up quite a tab at the bar that she works at.
Yeah.
So wait, Acme. It's not Acme Studios, right? Or it is? So Acme Studios, wasn't that like... Or am I thinking of the Looney Tunes? Like Acme...
Acme is like a Warner Brothers thing.
Yeah, so yeah. So I remember this from the Roadrunner, remember? Acme Corporation. So... I think that's what they've used as the, I guess, rival animation studio?
Animation studio. Well, I don't know. I thought that they maybe like provided or just props. I don't know.
Well, so Acme Corporation is the fictional mega corporation in Looney Tunes. That's what I remember that from. But then you see Acme in this film.
I was finding the bit where Donald Duck says it, and it does sound absolutely
doesn't
like
it?
The end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it now, man.
Okay. It does not sound like he's saying nitwit.
It does not.
Yeah. I had the subtitles on as well. So I could see in the subtitles he was saying nitwit. But
I don't think he did. Some part of me thinks that like they covered that up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, bold if they did. But
Disney making someone say the N-word. I'm not even making it, I'm just letting him.
And they just left it. But I Googled it. I literally was like, dude, does he say the N-word? And so many people are like, it kind of sounds like he's saying it.
Yeah. I agree. And the fact that there's so many people that are like,
no, he's saying nitwit. No, I don't think he is. Some Disney defenders. I mean, I remember seeing this thing from a while ago. There's like a scene in like a black and white Mickey Mouse thing. And he's making, the cheese with the holes in it.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's putting his dick in the cheese.
I think that there's certain things that were definitely like intentional.
Yes.
Because it's one of those kids' films where it's like, ooh, naughty, ooh.
It really, really does, I swear to God, look like he's putting his dick in the cheese. Because I remember seeing this ages ago and I'm like, hello? Because he looks like he's got like a stiffy as well.
This is fucking brilliant. The whole thing, it's just like...
Look, the Reddit thread says Mickey Mouse makes cheese with his dick.
I mean, it's a pretty good... Oh, yeah. Yeah, he definitely does.
It's okay.
No, there's no, like, there is no...
Yeah.
They said, the top comment says it's fake. They put
shots from Steamboat Willie and put a new backdrop behind it. Anytime I've seen this scene, it's been this. So I don't know if like the internet has like managed to just infiltrate, every corner with this video. But anytime I've ever seen this scene, it's always been that. But yeah, anyway, I digress. Yeah, so he decides to take on the job a bit further because he's like, okay, I got your pictures, give me my money, $50 now, $50 later, blah blah blah. And then they're like looking for Roger because Roger's like gone missing, and they're like, where the hell is the rabbit? It's clearly him. He killed him.
He done it.
Yeah,
he done it.
He definitely done it. And Eddie's with this other guy who he's like quite friendly with. I don't know who the other guy is, but I guess he's like an acquaintance or somebody who works in that line of business. And they go to like the scene of a crime. And then he meets Doom, I guess. Also, they have like a weird white line.
What do you mean the scene of a crime? That's the guy that died.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that it happened in the Acme warehouse. Is that
okay?
Yeah, so that's why he grabs his hand buzzer, and then Doom is like, "Don't fucking give me that."
Yeah, don't fuck around with evidence. Oh my God, I love when they're like messing around with all the props, and then the cops grab that black hole and they throw it on the wall, and he's like putting his hand in it. I'm like,
portable hole.
Yeah, it's so good. I love all the little props.
So that's Marvin Acme. So he runs Acme Studios. You're right.
Yeah. But again, I remember Acme Studios as a kid watching like Roadrunner. Because a lot of the time, anytime, what is it, the Roadrunner and the Coyote?
Wile E. Coyote. So those two weren't invented in 1947, but they were like, it was implied that they were there because they're in the end scene.
Yeah, because anytime they like were fighting against each other or like, like very Tom and Jerry, whatever, the Coyote would always use weapons and traps and bombs that had Acme written on it, which is why I remember it. from that. So I'm like, where the fuck does Acme? That reminds me of something.
Yeah, so that's Marvin Acme. So he was the one that got squished it or killed it.
He did. He got squished and killed. You see Doom just like straight up murder like a toon shoe. Again,
I want justice for Shoe because that's sad.
That was sad. It was really like what the fuck, bro? And they just let him do it. There's like a whole bunch of cops around. So like, what rights do toons have?
Exactly. But there's Maroon Cartoon Studios, which is RK Maroon. I'm just doing my and the Marvin Acme owns the Acme Corporation and Toontown. The Acme Corporation is a fictional corporation that features prominently in Roadrunner / Wile E. Coyote animated shorts as a running gag.
Yeah.
It's like they manufacture outlandish products that fail or backfire catastrophically at the worst possible times.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah.
And Acme comes from the ancient Greek meaning summit.
Oh, okay.
As point. So I know that. Acme. It's been claimed to be an acronym either for a company making everything.
That's amazing.
American company that manufactures everything, something like that.
Oh, so good. That's so fucking good.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things that it's like, since we had to search, Warner Brothers animator Chuck Jones described the reason Acme was used. Since we had to search out our own entertainment, we devised our own fairy stories. If you wanted a bow and arrow, you got a stick. If you wanted to conduct an orchestra, you got a stick. If you wanted a duel, you used a stick. You couldn't go buy one. That's where the term Acme came from. Wherever we played a game, we had a grocery store or something, we called it the Acme Corporation. Why? Because in the yellow pages, if you looked, say, under drugstores, you'd find the first one would be Acme Drugs. Why? Because AC was about as high as you could go. It means the best, the superlative.
That's amazing.
So that's the connection there. So obviously, Lloyd Doom wants to. He wants to own Toontown to put a fucking freeway through it. So it's in his best interest that Acme's dead as well, because he would be able to purchase it.
He was behind it, surely, right?
Yeah, he was, but you don't know that.
You don't know that, yeah. So he has that really awful interaction with Doom and at the scene of the crime and whatnot, and then the baby goes and visits Eddie at his office, and he's like, oh, Roger wouldn't do this, he's a pretty stand-up guy, we're friends, etc., etc. And he goes, I think he said something along the lines of like, you owe it to the situation or something to like keep seeing this through, and Eddie didn't like that. He didn't like that at all. So
he said he did say that Acme left a will, and he was like, have you seen this will? And he was like, no, but he told us, like, he was leaving the whole of Toontown to us toons. Okie dokie.
Right, yes. Yeah, so he got that piece of information from the baby. This baby is like one of the biggest stars that they have, I think. So there's this will that we've not seen, don't know exists, and it's to leave the toons with Toontown. So it's a pretty important piece of evidence, and it's nowhere to be found, essentially. And he goes into his office, and everybody's looking for Roger, and Eddie goes and lies on the I guess the pull-out bed. I don't know what those things are called. The ones that are in a wall and you pull it out.
The
essentially.
Murphy bed.
Murphy bed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's lumpy, and Roger's in it, and he's having none of it. He's like, get out. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to take this case on. No, I'm good.
He's had his money. He just doesn't want to be involved anymore, which is very wise.
Yeah.
Roger's told fucking everybody where he's going because he's like, where's his office? So he's already endangered himself, the stupid cunt.
Yeah.
And he wrote, I already know where this is going, because he says, I wrote Jessica a love letter on this blank piece of paper I found. And you're like, yeah, you wouldn't mention a blank piece of paper. That wouldn't be important if it wasn't the will. So
yeah, and there's like a scene earlier on where he meets I can never remember his name. I don't know, the guy who owns the anime, the guy who got killed. And
Acme, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, I think Eddie Valiant gets like ink on him because of a gag from
Yeah.
Yeah, and he goes, "Oh, don't
An
worry
Acme
about
thing.
it." Yeah, an Acme thing, and he gets like ink on him. He's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's disappearing ink."
Yeah,
And
and
then
you're like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, very
We
funny.
already know it's that, but that isn't it's not the point for us to not know that. Like,
yeah,
they've got, it's following the story and it's not the main point to the story. Like, the good thing about this film is the story doesn't hinge on just one, like, bit of plot. Like, where it's like, oh my god, this guy's dead. Gotta figure out who the murderer is.
yeah,
You've got Jessica Rabbit cheating on... You've got their relationship going on. You've got Eddie Valiant and his brother. What's going on there?
yeah.
You've got the will. Ah, that's a big clue. You've got the judge. Like, all of these different things are going on. So you don't know who you're trusting. You don't know what's going on. There's a lot to keep your mind going to try and piece everything together. Just because you figured out one thing straight away, it doesn't mean that, oh, that's a stupid thing. Like, of course.
Especially as like a kid, when, obviously this is when it came out for us and when we would have like, around the time of its release, we would have watched and whatever. But you clearly know that stupid Doom guy is like a baddie, but it's like, to what degree is he like involved, and where does is he working with someone, or is he the one just like behind the whole thing, etc., etc. But yeah, like you said, there's a lot of different plots going on with different people, and you're like, I think at the time was like, oh, is Jessica Rabbit like involved?
Is she in on it?
Yeah. So it's really, I wish I would have been able to see this with fresh eyes in a way, because I would love to be able to watch this as an adult and have an opinion formed from that perspective. But I still think, like, even knowing most of the plot and everything else, it's still very enjoyable.
Because I haven't seen this as much as you, and I haven't seen it in such a long time.
Did you forget?
I forgot.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, so for you, it was quite...
Yeah, for me, it was fairly fresh.
Yeah.
And, like, I knew the plot, and I knew that, what happens and who the characters are, but I forgot all the intricacies in it.
Yeah, like the thing with the will, and, like, the motivations for whatever the hell is going on, like with Toontown.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And obviously you forget all the details into why it makes a good film, and the jokes and the what have you. It's all very cleverly done.
I think
it's not
so,
just
yeah.
a single plot line going on. Let's refer back to Cool World.
Yes.
I don't even fucking remember the fucking plot.
I do remember it. Instead of I remember it. So instead of like eliminating all the toons, I forget her name, but the saucy minx, she wanted to be a real girl, real woman, and she wanted all of the all Cool World to pour into the real world and take over.
Yes. Okay, so Hollywood.
Yes.
Is the name.
Yeah. So yeah, she wanted, like, and in this case, you've got humans and the cartoons living in the real world, and
that plot is just kind of garbage.
I think it was executed very poorly as well.
It was very lackluster, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it could have been good, but it wasn't executed well enough, which is a shame, because I think they had the workings of something good. But I think, if I remember correctly, there was a lot of ups and downs, and it was a bit tumultuous, and like funding and budget, and the creator had a vision, and there was a lot of things blocking the way, essentially. But Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this film suffered any roadblocks or any bureaucracy issues or any red tape or anything like that. I'm sure a lot of films do, and you know, the plot and the budget and a lot of things suffer for it.
Yeah.
But I am very glad that this one does do well, and it's a standout. Have you ever seen Space Jam?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
That's another one.
Yeah. What do you think about Space Jam?
God, I mean, because it wasn't my kind of film. Because I was just not interested in that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And that was it. I was just like,
I thought it was like cool because like, yeah, I don't really care that much about like, you know, professional basketball and shit like that. But they had like the big name of Michael Jordan, and then obviously I loved the Looney Tunes. Like I was obsessed with the Looney Tunes as a kid. In Australia, we have in Queensland Warner Brothers Studios. And it was like my favorite fucking place in the world. No joke. No fucking joke. Like, because they had a fucking Lethal Weapon ride.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Lethal Weapon ride. And they had like the Looney Tunes everywhere, and they had it was amazing. It was just, honest to God, it was I've never been to a Disney World ever, but like Warner Brothers Studios in Queensland was like our Disneyland, I guess. And it was like my favorite place.
Better than Disneyland, because I went to Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
Rosie's been to Disney World. And like I was about 7 or 8 maybe. And I just don't really remember it. I remember it being exhausting. I remember it being massive, and I remember a couple of the gift shops, and I remember my dad going on Space Mountain and getting chest pains.
Oh,
because he was a bigger bloke as well. This was when he was more overweight. And that's about it. I don't really fully remember it. And that's a shame, I think. But it just wasn't. Yeah, Warner Brothers, that looks so fun. That's more my sort of thing, I think, as well.
Genuinely, I have such fond memories of it, and I'm pretty sure I have some pictures somewhere. I have a picture of me and my dad and my brother and my mom. Remember we were talking about this, I think, the last episode, but the really weird, cool Batmobile?
Yeah.
From maybe the Michael Schumacher ones or the Tim Burton ones or whatever. It's like really futuristic Batmobile.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we have pictures with that Batmobile. And like I have a picture with like the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman like actor.
So cool.
Oh my God, that iteration of Catwoman. Mwah. Michelle Pfeiffer is so fucking good as Catwoman. But yeah, I have very fond memories of Warner Brothers Studios in Queensland. It was such a good time. Queensland is amazing in general, but this was essentially our version of like a Disneyland, so to speak. It's just, oh my God, I have the best memories of that place.
Growing up in Yorkshire, we had Flamingo Land, which didn't actually have any flamingos.
So what's in it then?
I don't remember.
Oh!
I don't remember.
You might like this. I remember they had a fucking Police Academy live show.
What the fuck, then?
Yes!
That's so cool.
Police Academy live show at Warner Brothers Studios, where they've got like the police cars doing stunts and the guy who makes all the noises, like making noise, you know, oh my God.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Oh, it was so good. I have the best memories. I've not been to a theme park in a very, very long time. And all I know about theme parks today, we were going to go in Japan, but once we learned about, first of all, the queues and the wait times, and there's limited fast tracking bands that you can get. So if you miss out, you can't even get your hands on these fast tracking badges. Yeah. Essentially, there's like a minimum wait time of like 2 hours plus to go on any of the rides.
Honestly, it would absolutely destroy me.
Yeah. Like, and there's like, I swear to God, the strategy guides online to like beating the queues and like having the app and like you're a fucking like war chief trying to strategize which attractions to go to, what time is it busy, and you got to keep on top of it. No, Jesus, let me go to a fucking theme park and like enjoy it. What's going on, bro? Oh, I'm so
trying
upset.
to think of I'm fairly sure. Okay, so we had Flamingo Land. In Milton Keynes, we used to go to Gulliver's Land, right?
Like Gulliver's Island? Or-
Yes.
Oh.
Like, can you hear Keith? He's meowing.
I did, Keith.
Hello, John.
Hello.
And it was just like a very small theme park in Milton Keynes, and my friend, I was about 16, and my boyfriend worked for Gulliver's Land, and he crashed a roller coaster and he just kept bumping them into each other because kids were allowed to just do that. And then there was one, and I'm trying to think whether it was this Sundown Sundown Park in Nottinghamshire. Yeah, because it had a singing pet shop, and I went there, and I remember it very vividly. I remember the song that they sang, and I remember that the day that we went, we stayed in like a Travelodge, and Princess Diana died.
Oh my God. Oh my God, dude.
That's like the memory, because my mom was an insomniac, and she was like watching the news, and she was like, fucking hell.
I mean, in saying that, I've watched The Crown twice all the way through, but we've recently done like another rewatch of it. My God, just insanity around the Diana stuff. Like the whole world was devastated, like absolutely devastated. I don't know if your family. Well, I mean, I'm not British, so
No, we weren't bothered. We were more bothered about when Hearsay split up.
I mean, that checks out.
I mean,
doesn't it?
It was one of those things like, oh shit, that's weird. Like we weren't sad or anything about Diana, but when Hearsay split up, it just so happened that my cat was just meowing so much, and my mum said, "Look, can you hear what he's saying? He's saying Hearsay have split up. Hearsay have split up."
Oh, that's so fucking adorable.
Because Sammy used to say those things. Sammy used to be very on the button with the news. Oh, I'm looking at these pictures. Oh my God, that is so cute. I'm looking at a picture of little tiny G-Star. My God, she is styling, man. She's wearing a backwards denim baseball cap.
Isn't that the cutest fucking
You're
thing?
adorable.
Oh my God, look at Batman. And
She's met Batman. And your brother's holding Batman's hand.
Yes!
As well.
Oh.
Lucky bastard.
Isn't that the most 90s fucking picture, bro?
It's amazing, all right? Because you're trying to hold your brother's hand, and he's just like, no. You're leaning on him.
Yeah. I was a cool 90s kid. Look at my fucking hair and everything.
She's got backwards denim baseball cap. She's got a yellow, like, blouse thing on with flowers, and she's got these red
shorts on.
Yeah. Fucking brilliant.
Those were the fucking days. Take me back.
Take me back to Batman.
Please. I want to go back. I don't want to be on this. I don't want to be in this. I want to be in
the reality where we can all stay in the Warner Brothers studios in Queensland.
Yeah, and we had like a place called I guess it was like a water park, but it was called, and like thinking back on it, it's called Wet and Wild.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah. I love that place. That was a fun place. Here's a picture of me and my mom. Sorry we've devolved so much, but oh my God.
It's fun.
Me and my mom. And I'm in this like little, like, I don't know, it's like a little orca or something? Like a little whale?
Yeah, like the black and white whales.
I think so.
Like, that's like, yeah, it's a whale, but it's a grey, it's like a beluga.
Yeah, like a little...
Oh my God, you're so cute.
Oh God,
look at you.
I miss those days, the good days.
The good old days.
The good old days. Okay, so The film, sorry, I'm thinking about Looney Tunes and it makes me think about Warner Brothers Studios. And I think anybody who grew up in Australia or even like in Queensland and you know about Warner Brothers Studios, it's like a pretty big, I guess, staple in your childhood. Yeah, it's a big deal. But yeah, so yeah, he without, you know, he didn't really have a say in the matter, but because like Roger Rabbit like shows up to his place and he's like, please, you gotta help me, I have nowhere else to go, nobody else is gonna help me, you know, nobody has my back in this, like, please help me, essentially. And then the weasels show up to Eddie Valiant's place, and obviously, like you said, he's gone around telling everyone you know, where he was heading, so they knew where to go.
What makes Eddie Valiant change his mind and work with Roger, other than the fact that Roger handcuffs himself to him?
Well, he handcuffs himself to him. The weasels show up. They knock at the door, but then they don't wait long enough for like Eddie to even like open it, and they shoot the lock off the door with a Tommy gun, and they just sort of barge their way in. And Eddie, you know, is pretending to do his washing. And
he's washing up, yeah. Oh no, he's washing his socks, isn't he?
Washing his socks, and he puts Roger Rabbit in the sink. You know, with his dirty laundry, and he's like obviously having to like stay under the water while the weasels are there, and they're like, "Where is he? Tell us where he is." And he doesn't give him up, so I guess he's sort of forced into it. But he's a good guy at heart, just like a lot of these.
Wants things to be right. He wants justice for things, and I think, oh, I know what it is. Stupid. He's looking at the photos that he took of Jessica Rabbit playing patty cake with Acme, right? And he sees that in his pocket, he's got last will and testament. So the will does exist. And he needs to find that will.
Yes, you're right. Yeah. So I think that, eggs him on more, right? Because it's not just, he has something to work with then, right?
Yeah. It's a genuine, like, there is something there. We need to figure that out.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Yeah. Like, I think he deep down, you know, wants to help. And obviously it's his job, but he sort of flails about with drinking, and he lost his brother. And if you look at, like, his office, it's caked in dust and spider webs and, you know, bottles of booze and all that kind of shit. So he's been, I don't know how long he's been lost like that, but it's a very tropey.
It's a while.
It's been a while. It's a very tropey thing, right? Like, PIs are very, you know, they're alcoholics and disgruntled for whatever reason, because maybe there was a case that scarred them before or whatever. But anyway, he decides to help for those aforementioned reasons, and he takes Roger to the bar that Dolores works at, and they hide them in a wall that has like 2 peeping holes, I guess.
Yeah.
And they're, you know, the hyenas. I keep calling them. It's because they laugh. They laugh all the time.
They're very giggly weasels.
Yeah. But I guess weasels are like, I don't know. When I describe like a weasel, it's like somebody who's shifty, I guess, and they are pretty shifty. But I don't think of a weasel as somebody who laughs a lot. I think of a hyena.
Yeah.
And he, you know, he goes there and asks the help of Dolores, and you know, gets out of the handcuffs, and I think Jessica shows up at some point, and he's not wearing a shirt. And
and his trousers fall down.
He's a hairy guy, right?
Yeah. Bob Hoskins, very hairy man.
Very hairy man.
But obviously, being found in that position by your bird, that ain't good. With Jessica Rabbit saying, "Please help me, I'll do anything," pushing her breasts up against him.
Yeah,
and
she gets very up close and personal. And obviously, Dolores walks in, not knowing the context, and she's like, "What the hell?" Because I don't think Eddie and Dolores have been close or romantic for a long while. So
Yeah.
like I think they're like in love with each other, but I don't think there's like a relationship there because of his, you know, drinking and self-pity and all that shit.
Yeah, I think he's endangering a lot of his personal relationships because of that.
Yeah, she forgives him though, and she keeps helping, and she's in love with him. So she'll do anything for him. But yeah, they decide to help, and I think Doom shows up to the bar, right? And he's like, "Where's the rabbit?" You know, give him up. But nobody in the bar actually does give him up. Even the guy that Eddie Valiant kind of butts heads with at the beginning of the movie, and nobody gives him up. But then Doom does this like tune, and he goes, "Oh, he can't resist."
The shaving a haircut, 2 bits.
Yes, and Roger comes bursting out of the wall because he can't help himself.
Yep.
Even though
it's like, why aren't the other toons? Why aren't the weasels knocking back though?
Well, it's because I think Roger is the one who can't help it, right? Because he's like a funny little.
You're a funny little guy.
You're a funny little guy, and he's got a fucking barrel of dip there. Which I don't know
where he got that from.
Yeah, literally.
Did the weasels bring that in, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe. I don't remember
It's very dangerous, very heavy, unwieldy.
I always... Even people are kind of scared of it. But you don't notice that because Doom, when Eddie knocks over the barrel of dip, Doom also shuffles away from it.
Yes. Yeah, he does.
But you don't really clock onto anything unusual there because everybody backs away from it.
Yeah. I mean, I would too, because I don't want my feet covered in acetone and benzene and all these horrible paint thinners. Yes.
Oh my God, isn't that fucking like just what makes up a toon, right? That's just crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what they've come up with because, yeah, that's what would get rid of them. But
it's paint thinner, basically. It's like...
It's so funny. I genuinely think it's so fun. It's so clever. But yeah, chaos ensues. They're trying to make a getaway. They get in a cartoon car.
Benny.
Lovely Benny. And yeah, it's very like Inspector Gadget-ish in a way. It's a car that can do a lot, you know. What's those spring things that raises the car up and
like hydraulics.
Yeah, like hydraulics and stuff. It's very wacky and crazy, and I love it. And they you know, they're speeding off. They're trying to figure out what to do. And I think
the police are after them because obviously Roger's a wanted rabbit.
He's a wanted rabbit, yeah.
He is.
But I think they're all wanted now, I think. At this point. Because it's like aiding and abetting a criminal.
Yes, that's true. What happens after that?
Well, they're trying to figure out what to do, and then what's his chops?
He goes, what happens now? What happens now?
Well, they're trying to figure out what to do, and I think he has a confrontation with the guy who hired him to begin with. The guy who hired him to go and take the pictures of Jessica and the head of Acme and stuff. And he was in on it, as we find out. And he tries to obviously get it out of him, and he puts his tie in like a thing that's gonna like snap his neck.
Yeah, because you watch it at the beginning, it's like they're going through the dailies. So basically they're watching what they've already shot, watching the film and going like, okay. So he puts him through the film reel.
Yeah.
And yeah, but Jessica's kidnapped Roger.
Well, we don't know that yet.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he was supposed to have, Roger was supposed to have Eddie's back, and then Roger gets knocked over the head with a pan and dragged away and put in a boot, and then he chases after, I think Eddie, after the confrontation, chases after Jessica or whoever's in the car driving away, and I think he's at that point resolved to go to Toontown and basically, you know, see what the hell's going on. And he gets given what's his name? The little cowboy
Yosemite Sam.
Yosemite Sam. Yeah, he's got
So he gave. Yeah, he says thanks for getting me out of trouble or something. So Yosemite Sam has given him a gun, a 6-shooter, and the bullets are all like stereotypical cowboy guys, and it's a big cartoon gun. So that's going to help for some reason. And he drives through into Toontown, and it's fucking awful. And he hates it, and
it's pretty overstimulating, isn't it? But you see a lot of like pretty known characters. I see is it fucking Jiminy Cricket? Is that his name? The one from
Pinocchio.
Yeah, Pinocchio.
Yeah, there's a couple of Pinocchio characters in it as well. The trees are fucking horrifying.
Yeah, they're pretty scary.
And this it relates to one of the memories of the aforementioned Princess Diana Park.
Oh.
Because I went with a friend, and we went with a family friend, and their sons, and one of the kids was absolutely fucking petrified of trees with faces.
I mean, understandable, really.
And of course, it was the 90s, and there was loads of these massive fucking scary trees with faces. So this kid would be screaming like just so often because of these horrible trees everywhere. It's like, oh, there's a slide, but it's in a horrible fucking tree.
I'm kind of curious to see what the tree actually looked like.
I will try and find like it would be like adventure park.
When I think of like a talking tree, I think of first of all the Ents from Lord of the Rings, and then the one from the old lady tree from Pocahontas.
Yeah, it kind of, she was a lot nicer than these fucking trees.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a good, it was like, there are pictures of like McDonald's in the 90s, right?
There has to be a picture somewhere.
Alibaba is selling trees with faces. If you want to.
No, why would they do this?
Animatronic trees and faces.
No.
So if I I'm gonna buy a fucking. I can't find the exact one because obviously my memory is very hazy.
I'm trying to like just. Oh my god.
Trauma's blocking this out.
Well, is it kind of like that image that you've posted then?
Yeah. Okay. It's a horrible tree with a horrible fucking face, and they wouldn't like sing or anything. They were just there. Some of them had their mouths open. Like it was
scary.
The whole situation was very, very scary.
Yeah.
Now my screen is just full of these fucking horrible trees with faces. But yeah, like no wonder he was scared. So that, I mean, one of those guys is there. Loads of those guys are there in this Toontown. I don't know why they keep insisting that trees need to be anthropomorphized.
There's a lot of things that are anthropomorphized that shouldn't be. Oh my god, some of these images.
I'm really not happy about it. And these are the newer ones. These are updated for,
some of these are more horrifying than it's so horrible. I hate every single one of these.
Exactly. But I wasn't that scared. If you search 90s McDonald's tree.
90s McDonald's tree. Oh my god.
That's another scary fucking thing. Like,
hello.
They would just put these trees with faces everywhere in the 90s.
That wasn't a thing, at least in Australian McDonald's. I don't remember this. Thank God.
I mean, not even in McDonald's. It was just everywhere. They would just have a fiberglass thing.
Yeah.
And they decided that trees were obviously a good thing to put a fucking big scary face on. Well, even worse than this is that in Blackpool, we have the Blackpool Illuminations, which is every year they have these lights that go on. And some of them, over the years have been very cool. And they're made out of fiberglass, a lot of them. They've really sort of cheaped out in the recent years, but they still have some of them from the 90s. And it's the suns that are like the seasons, the spring, summer, autumn, winter. They are horrifying. Blackpool Illuminations sun. I don't know. I just don't know the reasoning behind the choice that these were the ones that they fucking kept.
Probably budget and money. Yeah.
Oh, hang on! I just sent you the trees again. Sorry. You just look at just pages and pages of trees.
Help! She's sending me anthropomorphic trees.
I can't help myself. I just love it so much.
Oh yeah, these are horrible.
Aren't they awful?
Yeah.
Like, they're massive. They're huge. And they've got
like
faces.
that.
And then there's this, like, it's a charity building where they basically, they've retired some of these fiberglass illuminations. It's like they're stuck on the outside of this pink building.
I think I've seen these before. And I want to say you have spoken about these lights before, because this rings a bell, genuinely. When I look at these stupid lights and the stupid faces,
I think you just dreamt it.
Maybe I dreamt it, or I feel like you and Simon have spoken about this years ago now. Like,
possibly
near the beginning of YOMP, because I'm either having deja vu or you've definitely spoken about this before, which, yeah, is crazy. But they should not be allowed to exist. They need an update. They need new budget. Or at least change the faces. Change the faces, okay?
The whole Blackpool Illuminations in general needs an update, because at the moment it's like Christmas lights. It's really fucking sad. Like, they've got those, and the really impressive ones seem to have disappeared.
Oh.
They do have like some pharaoh one. They have like different like themed things going on, but they're getting fewer and fewer.
Yeah.
And now it's just like really fucking boring.
I think a lot of people, it's like a double-edged sword of people will be like, oh, if they remove them, people will be like, oh, but they're so iconic and they have character and they're classic and you shouldn't get rid of them. And then if they get replaced and then they get replaced with something that's a bit, without character or whatever, you might have that bit of backlash. But I guess, they need to find a way to update it without completely...
Because I think they should stay, because they are like
iconic.
One of the only remaining things are these ones. It's like, so they have down the promenade, they will have it lit up from like August to January, February. And they used to have loads of fiberglass, different shapes that would basically be the lights. And they still have like some dancing girls, and mermaids and stuff, I think maybe. They used to be so cool, and now it's just like, well, we'll just sort of like advertise Virgin Media for a bit. So fucking crap.
Virgin Media? Is that
they
even
literally
still...
have Virgin Media adverts.
Is Virgin Media... Yeah, that's still a thing. It's the Virgin trains that aren't a thing, and...
I don't know, actually. I've not been on a train.
In Cyprus, they used to... I mean... I don't have first-hand experience of this because I didn't grow up in Cyprus, but I did my later teenage years there because we moved there. But a lot of my friends are like saying, they told me that there used to be Virgin megastores.
Yes.
And I don't know what that is because we didn't have that, at least in Sydney. So, but yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing.
A Virgin megastore was like a music shop. It was like a HMV.
Wow. But it had like more tech and stuff in there as well, right?
Yeah.
Like in games and...
I remember going, because I grew up in Milton Keynes, so I used to go there to the Virgin Megastore and get a CD, a poster, whatever.
Oh, so cool. Just quickly going back to the weird tree thing, and I don't know if there's like any correlation with the horrifying trees in McDonald's or whatever, but there was an initiative in 1991 that had to do with planting trees with McDonald's. But they teamed up with a nonprofit American Forest to launch a national environmental education program called Let's Get Growing America. So I think anytime you got a Happy Meal or something like that, they would give you seeds to go plant a tree. That's
cute.
Isn't that nice?
That is cute.
This was under the Bush administration as well. So
mental.
Fucking crazy. I wonder how many people, got involved in that. Actually,
yeah.
that would be really interesting to know. I didn't even know this was a thing. So that's fucking amazing.
We're learning.
We're learning so many things today. But yeah, so we're getting near, I guess, the end of the film. They're in Toontown now. Jessica Rabbit is there, Eddie Valiant's there, and they're being, I guess, chased by the baddies. They've come out of Toontown and they get cornered by Doom. And they're back in that damn the Acme warehouse, I think. There's all the props and all the shit in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's really funny because, is it Benny, the car?
Yeah, the car.
He gets in a car. Roger is driving a car and Benny climbs into the car.
Yeah.
I think Benny's injured, I think.
Maybe.
Well, Benny's driving, actually. Yeah, he takes over and he's driving. Yeah, and then they're having their little, like, showdown with Doom, and then we find out that not only is Doom the toon that killed Eddie's brother, but he is actually a toon.
Yep.
So there's a couple revelations there, which I thought was a bit mind-boggling. I think I remember being at the time very just terrified by Doom too.
It was horrible.
Yeah, they've got Jessica Rabbit and Roger Rabbit tied up, and Doom has basically created this big, what would be a concrete road maker, but instead of concrete, he's put like dip. It's like a vat of dip at the back, and they're gonna fucking like kill all the toons in Toontown and obliterate it essentially with all the dip.
Yeah.
And they've got like a fucking hose pointed at Jessica and Roger, and they're like shooting the hose at them, and to try to melt them. And then Eddie, for some reason, is performing for the weasels because he wants to make them laugh to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like that. And it works. They do, because he says, "Oh, you guys are going to laugh yourselves to death." And he's like, "Oh, he's like, that's genius! Oh my god!" So he's quite a sharp bloke. He does like think about. He's got his thinking
PI cap on, and he's doing a whole bunch of like body comedy and doing backflips somehow, like amazing stuff. And he's juggling weights and dancing and hurting himself and making them laugh so much that they die, and it's kind of funny. All the while, Roger and Jessica are still on that thing, and he's trying to help them. And the most horrifying part of the movie is now where Doom gets run over by I don't know what to call this.
Steamroller. The
steamroller, yeah. Horrifying. Not only is him getting flattened horrifying, but the thing that he steps in is so putrid colored. It's horrible. It makes me...
The dip. Dip.
No, it's glue, I think.
Oh, it's glue. The glue that sticks, like, basically means that he's stuck to the floor, so then he gets steamrolled.
Yes. I don't know why, because it's like boogie colored maybe, and it's just horrible to look at. But
it's not nice.
It's not nice at all, and it makes me feel unwell. But yeah, he gets flattened, and nightmare fuel.
The nightmare fuel that was for me in particular about this is after he gets flattened and then he gets back up.
Yes.
Fucking horrific.
Yeah.
Right?
All of that is
flat, and he's moving, and it's stop motion animation, which kind of freaks me out anyway. And oh my god! And then he's sort of like, oh no, it's just horrible.
Yeah, it's really, honest to God, like very hard to watch. And not in a bad way, like not in a, oh, they did a shit job or anything. Like, it's just, I think they did such a good job, and it's like
they did too good a job.
Yeah, too good a job, and it's like freaking me out because they've got his red glowing eye, animated eyes on top of his like real human body, and then they've got you know, he's got like springs coming out of his shoes, and they're animated, and
it's
then
fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
This fucked up a lot of kids. Like, it really did.
I would love to know if it did, because you and me seem to be on the same page. You don't get freaked out very easily.
It's just like there's something really uncanny about it. That's super weird. And
he's also got weird teeth. Is that like Christopher Lloyd's?
Those are fake teeth.
Okay.
So the bit like he puffs himself up. He uses an air canister, but he uses like a helium canister to re-inflate himself after being flattened. That's fucking horrifying. And he's got his animated eyes, and he's got his springs, which is kind of like, it's very, in a way, it's like, it reminds me very much of Batman-y, Joker-y vibes of, I know it's got that feel where he's bouncing around. His hair's like a little sprout on the top of his head. Yeah. Horrible, horrible fucking thing. Everybody I've spoken to about Who Framed Roger Rabbit is like,
really?
These are people in their 40s, and they're like, oh my God, I don't remember much about it, but I was absolutely fucking horrified by the ending.
Really? That is so like solidifying, or like what's the word I'm looking for? Because like, I thought I was being a fucking big baby about it, but like, even
it's horrible.
Yeah. Okay, people who are listening, and if you want to leave a comment, and if you've seen this bit, please let us know if you were, as a kid and to this day, horrified and scared of the doom, you know, and this end scene.
This particular bit, like even me.
Yeah. And again,
it's just
you don't scare easy, and you're not really bothered by that.
It just feels wrong, you know? And it's because Christopher Lloyd is so fucking good at acting. He's genuinely, he was the perfect casting choice for this. Yeah.
Absolutely. He did a really good job.
He's a very animated person as it is.
That's so funny.
He's animated. He's a very animated person. So he switches just instant. He can do both. But like the look on his face is, I mean, God, it's awful. Yeah, awful.
He and the set designers and the animators did a very good job of this entire sequence, because it's like, to this day, I'm still reminded of, because even before I watched it for YOMP, I was like, oh my God, I remember not liking the dip. I remember finding the Doom character very like scary and uncomfortable to look at and freak me the fuck out. It reminds you of the scene, you remember in Jumanji?
Yeah.
When the hunter is in the DIY store and then a whole bunch of like paint falls on him.
That's
I don't know what it is about.
Jumanji fucking terrified me as well, because it was just one of those things like, wow, this guy's out to kill everybody.
Yeah. And they did something like,
there's fucking rhinos and the massive, what are they? Was it mosquitoes, or was like some kind of fucking bugs everywhere?
Yeah. Like horrible depths of hell.
And then the kid turns into a fucking chimp.
Yeah. Oh, and Robin Williams' face was like stuck in the floorboards as well, and I'm like, what? I
hated that.
Yeah, like really crazy, like prop work, I guess. I don't know, like just super uncomfortable, and instilled the fear of God in me. Like, if somebody was to say there's a Jumanji board game, and they actually made a Jumanji board game, and as kids we were like, oh, let's play the Jumanji, I'd be like, no, I do not want to play.
It's like playing with a Ouija board, isn't it?
I mean, it's the equivalent.
Yeah.
Dead ass, it's the equivalent. I would not fuck around. If somebody gave you a Jumanji game board, would you play it? now?
It depends. Is it mass produced?
Okay. Would that make you feel better or worse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it lessens the likeliness that this is some like weird.
Yeah, like if this has gone through testing to the point where the government's gone like, yeah, this passes all the fucking checks. The EU's like, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not going to conjure up, you know.
If it's the only Jumanji board, and I don't know where it's come from or who's made it, I'm not fucking playing that.
Yeah. Oh, that's
also, it looks like a boring ass game.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't remember the actual rules of it because everything that happens anytime you land on a block, it's just, you know, chaos.
That is the game.
That is the game. It's fucking like traumatizing.
The game is to fuck you up until you figure out a riddle. And if you're too fucking thick to figure out the riddle, you're stuck for 30 years. In a jungle being shot at.
Ah, Sophie, there is a Jumanji board game. There is one.
Was it made by Hasbro?
I don't know if it was, but I think it's from the 90s.
Jumanji.
Because it's £139 on Amazon.
Fucking Amazon is selling it.
So it's a collector's board game. So it's a replica board game, officially licensed. Oh my God, I love one of the points down below. It says, ideal birthday or Christmas gift.
Sure. Well, there's one in Smith's Toy Superstore for £13 if you'd rather have that one.
£13? Holy shit.
Yep. I wonder what... That one's actually got some gameplay, I think.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, Argos sell it as well.
Is it a flat? I imagine it's a flat version, right? It's not like...
It's a flat version, and there's a family, and they're looking like they're having a really good time.
Okay, so this is the version that you would go for, because this is the mass-produced one.
It looks really boring.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you roll to determine the number of spaces to move. You race across the jungle-themed board to be the first to reach the center and yell Jumanji to win. Slide a card into the center decoder to magically reveal the next challenge.
Oh.
What are the challenges?
I mean, all the reviews are like pretty glowing, but there's one that says different versions ? So I don't know. Do they want the animals and like, you know, the locusts to come out of it?
Where's my fucking lion? Where's my rhino?
Where's the stampede of rhinos? This isn't authentic. Please.
It isn't authentic. I like there's one on Etsy that's £1,300.
Oh, you know what? That's probably one from like the 90s or whatever, and people are trying to...
Someone's made that by hand.
Okay.
They've hand-carved it, I think. Like...
Okay.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, okay, respect. But
the mass-produced ones look like fucking shit. Like, I don't know what challenges you could have that would make it fun. Because it looks like Ludo.
Cluedo or Bluto?
Ludo.
What the fuck is Ludo? Ludo? Is this some like British thing?
Probably. It's the game.
Ludo is a strategy-based board game for 2 to 4 players in which players race their 4 tokens. Oh yeah.
It's Ludo.
Yeah, it kind of is. So tokens from start to finish according to the rolls of the single die.
Mm-hmm. It's literally just
Uh-huh.
that. You have to go... I don't know whether you have to go around a certain number of times or...
This looks this is old school.
Yeah. I used to play this with my grandma.
Well, the British version is called Uckers.
What?
It's called Uckers. So imagine fuckers, but without the F.
I never called it Uckers.
Apparently
I called
that's
it
British.
Ludo. And I had the...
No, apologies. This was played in the Royal Navy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to, like, go around and you have to collect counters, I think. You have to collect your pieces.
Mm.
I don't know. I can't remember. I haven't played it in such a long time.
Well, there seems like there's variations of it, so...
Well, we played another game that was basically basically Jumanji, but I mean, it had the middle bit. It was called Frustration,
Okay.
and it was basically the same thing. But you had your dice roller was in the middle. It was like a thing that you pressed down and popped. It would go.
Stop. You're triggering something in my head. And what's it called?
Frustration. And you'd hit the middle, and it says it's the game that drives you popping mad.
Oh my god, I had this! Sophie.
Pop-o-matic race game.
Yeah. So it's like a little plastic thing, and then
it's like a little plastic dome, and you click it, and it rolls the dice.
Yeah, and it pops the dice, and then it like rolls it, and it's in a little dome. But I don't remember how this game was played, but I do remember it.
No fucking clue. Like, I think you just go around the board, and again, you collect pieces.
Yeah.
And then when you've got 4 pieces, you get to the middle, and you go, yeah, fucking cool.
Oh my god, Sophie, you're blowing my mind. You know when you like you're reminded of something that you've clearly just tucked away, for years.
That happened to me the other week because I remembered a board game I used to play. I think it's called Mousy Mousy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called Mousy Mousy.
Okay.
And me and my sister used to fucking love this game. We had the I think it was the vintage colored one, and we had an updated one. We had 2 versions of this game. Mousy Mousy, you had to you put your mouse in the middle, on this little thing, the little pad. You all had a different color mouse, and ours were covered in shoe marks, in bite marks. And you had to roll a dice, and depending on the color, you had to do something. And if it was a certain one, then the person with the cup had to go and catch your mice, and whoever caught the mice.
Yeah, I see little flat discs, little tiny flat discs, and there's
you had to
one,
collect
2,
the cheeses. But there was another one, and I'm sure it was kept the kind of Mousy Mousy, but it was like it had actual like bits of cheese, like plasticky bits of cheese.
Well, I'm looking at like a YouTube account that like collects board games and like old school board games, and this looks like the original like whatever 80s 90s version of it, and it's like a really tiny, like really small box, like really tiny.
Right, Mousy Mousy. I fucking love that though. That was so good. It was like that shit. I'm trying to find the one with the cheese. It was called. There was something to do with. You had like a circle of cheese, and you had to like bet cheese or something.
Oh, okay. So instead of what I can see, which is the red discs, they've got yellow ones over here. This is a similar thing, but they're
it's
still
not
disc
easy
shaped.
Cheesy. Because Easy Cheesy is like Hungry Hippos. Well, it is not.
There's another, apparently it said Mousy Mousy, aka Pounce.
Pounce! That's it.
Yeah.
Pounce.
So I wasn't sure.
Wrong. I spelled it Punce.
Oh, Punce. Pounce board game.
Pounce is the one with the cheese, and we used to fuck it. So we had both versions of this game, which is wild. The fact that we loved this game enough to get the updated one, and when you had a plunger, it was this big plastic plunger.
Yeah.
And
I can see why you guys. Oh yeah, I can see the plunger. Yeah. Oh my god.
Look at that cheese! Doesn't it look fucking delicious? It looked like it had like garlicky sort of like crumbs in it.
Oh my
or something.
God!
And it came in like a box, and you could stack it all up.
Oh my god! This has been such a throwback episode. What the fuck is going on today? This is awesome, dude.
I wonder if my mum has that.
She might. She genuinely might have it.
It was fucking brilliant because it's like it was at grandma's house, and I don't know whether someone took it for themselves, but I like the fact that we had all the versions. So the version that we had, it had like the mice had little string tails and stuff.
Yeah.
And in the other version, they had like stiff
ones,
plastic tails. Oh god, that is peak board gaming. Fuck Jumanji. We should make a Pounce movie.
Yeah, or Frustration.
Frustration.
Oh my
god! You literally just get frustrated. And Pop-Up Pirate the movie.
Oh my god! So I played Pop-Up Pirate for the first time over Christmas. I think the other version is a Pop-Up Pirate, and then there's the one with the donkey.
Oh, Buckaroo.
Yeah. Buckaroo.
Buckarooing good
I was about
time.
to say Buckaroo Banzai. Oh my god! Or is it Banzai?
No, well, we had Buckaroo, but we also had the one. It had a camel. What was it called? Fucking like this is old people remembering things. Buckaroo.
Camel Up board game.
Camel. It was called Alibaba.
What?
And his bucking camel.
Alibaba and his bucking camel. This is so fantastic.
And it was just this horrible camel that sat down, and you had to hang things on his back, and whoever made him stand up and throw Alibaba off, which was I think it's quite an insensitive interpretation of somebody.
Yeah, but it's kind of like with Buckaroo and like a cowboy, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Like it's very old school and tropey in a lot of ways. And I don't know if they've changed the branding to today, I guess.
I don't think they can make this anymore.
Well, I think they have changed it, or at least I can see something called Wild Games and his bucking
Came? They literally have spelled it wrong because this is such a fucking cheapo version.
Yeah.
That they can't spell camel. They've spelled it came.
Ah!
Bucking came. And then, right. And the camel has a speech bubble. Do you want to know what the speech bubble says, everybody? It says, "Do you want to conquer me? Come and have a try."
That is so weird.
And it's still racially insensitive, I think.
Yeah, that is so fucking weird, bro. And the camel's got like the teethiest fucking smile as well.
It's got lipstick on. Why has the camel got lipstick?
Oh no! And I mean, camels have like long eyelashes anyway.
They do.
Yeah,
they do.
But they're making the camel look like female and like sexually charged, and I feel very weird.
G's got a crush on the fucking Alibaba camel.
Tucks hair behind ear. Oh my god, we have fucking deviated so much. I love this episode though because I
like it when they go all silly.
Me too. It's gone bonkers bananas, but yeah. So, well, yeah, basically the end of the film is, I think they managed to get the hose to hose down Doom because he's a toon, and that's how we can, they can kill him, and he's melting like the Wicked Witch of the West. And, so that's how they defeat him. And then, Roger and Jessica are still tied up. And it stresses me out because Eddie turns on the, what do you call it? The fire hydrants around this warehouse to get rid of all of the dip that's been spilled out on the floor. I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust it because you don't know that you've scoured every single inch of that floor. To get rid of
how potent is it? Like if you put your foot in it in your toon, like does the sole of your foot start burning?
I mean, exactly. You don't fucking know that you've gotten rid of it. And the cartoons that are celebrating are getting pretty close to Doom's melted ass body. But yeah, so this is where they reveal the note that Roger wrote his love letter on, and the disappearing ink comes into play, and it reveals the will, and it reveals that the property known as Toontown will be thus given to the Toons of Toontown, so they will own it, and they have right over it. And everybody lives happily ever after. Eddie is back with Dolores. I assume he gets his business back on track. Roger and Jessica are reunited. The Toons have Toontown, and all is well. And they walk off into the sunset.
What was the singing sword about? It was like
I didn't get
crooner.
the pun.
I don't get the reference.
Yeah,
but
was it Frank Sinatra?
I don't even know. But Jessica Rabbit says she loves him more than a woman has ever loved a rabbit.
Yeah.
So I googled rabbit vibrators.
Of course.
And they came out in 1984. So they would have been a thing, and that would have been a pun of she really likes her vibrator.
Well, the comic strip was from 81, so
yeah, but she says that line.
Yeah,
I think it's a.
But yeah, so I guess it probably would be. Oh my god, producer Steven Spielberg. I mean, that kind of checks out, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what a film. Sorry, you had a couple more notes?
No, that was it.
That was it. Okay, so so everybody pretty much lives happily ever after, and that wraps it up. But what a film. What a fucking film. It was an absolute joy watching it now in 2026.
The year of our Lord 2026.
Year of our Lord. It had a budget of, I think, around 50 to 70 million, which is a bit of a discrepancy. It's quite a big jump. It's like 20 million.
20 million.
Yeah. So the film was a massive commercial success, grossing, which is absolutely breathtaking. It was around 351 million worldwide.
Yeah, that's good.
So it was the second highest grossing film of 1988.
What was the first grossing? We know.
Rain Man. That is so funny.
Oh god.
I watched Rain Man for the first time the other day.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was alright. I didn't know much about it. I knew like cultural references because it gets mentioned, as in film and TV shows. What are you, fucking Rain Man and all that shit? But I never really understood, I knew Dustin Hoffman was in it and Tom Cruise and stuff. But yeah, it's quite an interesting film. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
I don't remember it.
You don't remember it?
No, I remember being quite bored.
Well, Dustin Hoffman's like autistic. He's playing an autistic man. Very autistic man. And Tom Cruise discovers that he has a brother, and that is Dustin Hoffman. And he was, put in a care facility. So he never even knew he existed. And he's basically getting to know him and what he goes through. But yeah. I'd never seen it before, but it's it's quite an interesting film to watch in the 2026 perspective on.
I guess it's a completely different vibe too.
Yeah, because obviously, films from back then, especially when it touches on anything to do with mental health or autism or anything like that, there's a lot of like insensitivities around that. Or at least a lot of stigma around it. It's a little bit better understood today. But yeah, I think for back then, it's quite an interesting lens on it for 1988, especially. But yeah, not surprising that was the highest grossing. Any last trivia bits on this?
We covered quite a bit of trivia.
We did
through it.
Yeah, we definitely did. One that I found quite funny was apparently Bob Hoskins' son. After he saw the movie, he said he wouldn't talk to him. The kid wouldn't talk to his dad, and his dad said, finally after like 2 weeks, like why wouldn't why is he not talking to him? And then he said that his son said he couldn't believe his father would work with cartoon characters such as Bugs Bunny and not let him meet them.
I mean, it's sad,
isn't it?
So.
Yeah. So funny.
A lot of the trivia on IMDb is basically so-and-so was considered for the role of so-and-so.
Of course.
That's boring fucking trivia. Never write that.
Well, I mean, you might like that one, that Tim Curry was supposed to be Judge Doom.
It would have been a decent casting, but I do think Christopher Lloyd was the the right choice.
Yeah, apparently Steven Spielberg and all of them found Tim Curry's performance terrifying.
Yeah, I can see that happen.
Yeah, which is understandable.
Yep. But yeah, that's, I mean, not a lot of clever trivia that we haven't covered because it was just very spectacularly done.
Yeah, we did cover quite a lot that wasn't pulled from like the IMDb trivia section, which is quite nice. But yeah, I really liked it. I loved it as a kid, and I really like it today, and I really do think it stands up. It doesn't feel like a product of its time because there's not a lot like it.
Yeah,
I don't think, and
I completely agree.
Yeah,
I think that this is a one of a kind, and there's been a lot that have tried to replicate the vibe, the success, the sort of the style, but you can't. It was just perfectly done.
Yeah, Space Jam is good. I never watched that sequel that they did.
I never did.
Yeah, I did not care for it. I mean, I don't know if it's any good or not. I don't know if I'm just being a hater because I like, the original one with Michael Jordan and whatever. But yeah, I don't know how well that did. But I think, yeah, Space Jam was amazing for the time. And I think that also did a really good job. I think that was like 90s though. That was, yeah, 96.
I did forget to mention the most important bit of trivia that I've always known about this. This was one of the things on the original VHS and Laserdisc release. When Eddie and Jessica are thrown out of the car, you can see for a few short frames that Jessica is not wearing any underwear.
Oh!
There was nothing to see but flesh-toned paint, but there was a fair amount of talk about it. And in later versions, it was switched to white paint, thereby restoring her underwear. After this, it was changed again with a series of frames replaced with new ones to completely eliminate this. The original VHS and Laserdisc also featured a very brief single frame of Betty Boop's dress slipping down and exposing her breasts.
Yeah, I did see that, yeah.
Which Robert Zemeckis insisted on including as a tribute to the classic Betty Boop cartoons where the animators would slip in the occasional single lewd frame. And this too was cut out in future releases.
Well,
one frame of Jessica's breasts being exposed during the booby trap gag was animated but never made it into any version of the film.
Well, I mean, I don't know. What's the rating of this? It's I mean, it's probably
they call her a bitch at some point, I think.
Oh, wait, really?
I think so.
I think I definitely missed that.
I'm just looking at Betty Boop's tits now. Oh yeah, I mean her nipples are in a very strange place.
Show me.
Let
me see.
You can Google this. This is not this. This porn is not blocked in.
Oh my god!
Right?
Where was this? Was that in the version of the movie you watched?
Maybe. I think so.
Oh my god, that is saucy.
I think that's probably stayed in.
Jeez Louise.
It's a single frame though. Like it's not.
I mean, my god. Okay, so Who Framed Roger Rabbit rating? Apparently, it's PG, apparently.
Okay.
So, with parental guidance.
Yeah, I would allow my children.
Hell yeah.
To watch this.
One last piece of triv, which I think is fascinating, is 326 animators worked full-time on the film. There was 82,000 frames of animation that were drawn, including storyboards and concept art. And the animation director estimates that there were well over 1 million drawings done for the movie.
Fucking awesome.
Isn't that insane?
I do think it's so good. Like, it's really well done. And I'm still not, I don't think it's a perfect film in the sense, like, it's not really something that I would ever go, I really fancy watching Who Framed Roger Rabbit. But that's okay because it doesn't really...
It doesn't need to be that.
Yeah. And even the cameramen, like everybody that worked on this film, the cameramen making sure to track everything perfectly. Incredible stuff. Loved all the work that went into it. Like, miraculous. So I gave it, so that it's, I've given it a 6.5, 7 out of 10. Couldn't decide which.
That's pretty good for you.
It is. Because, you know, I thought it was just it's a very well-made film, despite me being quite annoyed by it sometimes. It's not a bad film. I'm not going to say that it's, you know.
No, of course.
I absolutely could not rate it any lower. There's no way.
Yeah, I agree. I think it sits at around, like, maybe a 7. It's good. It's ahead of its time. I don't think it ages poorly. It's not a product of its time. I mean, it's a product of its time, but not in a bad way. Like, it's not in a way that, like, I'm not saying it as an insult, but, like, combining the animation like that with a real world setting, I think it's, like, amazing. And the way that they executed a lot of it is just fucking incredible. So when I say product of its time, I don't mean it as an insult. Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, it stands the test of time, and I haven't seen it in years, because it's like you said, it's not one of those films where you're like, you know, you rewatch it a billion times. At least not for me anyway. But it was a joy, and I still have very fond feelings for it. So yeah, I give it a 7. Fabulous. Well,
Fabulous.
What's next on the agenda?
Well, I mean, we can roll some dice if you wish. Do you want to know what I've added to my list as well?
Yes, I would love to know.
So last week I was like, let's put Threads on the list because it's fucking horrible and I want to make everybody suffer, not just G. So I will go through the list in order. We've still got Total Recall on there. We've got Threads, Shallow Hal, Westworld, and I've added the 1959 film The Mummy. And Frankie Frico. Got a nice little selection. I just really thought we should add something from very early cinema. You know?
Yeah. Well, I think the early cinema we've had would be...
I put Some Like It Hot.
Yeah. I was trying to think of, like, the oldest one that we've seen, and I think that probably is the one.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll a d6, and we get a 4. What's that? 8.
Westworld.
It's Westworld! Yeah!
Sheesh! I've not seen that in a while, so... It's very different to the TV show, I'll tell you that much.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm on board. I'm happy. I mean, when I watched this again, I was dead impressed by it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's very different to the TV show. The TV show's first season, if you've ever watched it, it's one of the fucking coolest, most innovative, groundbreaking, mind-boggling pieces of TV I've ever seen. Like, no joke. Fucking hell. What a TV show. What a first season. And then it just went tits up. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's got Anthony... What's this? Why am I blanking? Hopkins? Yeah.
Hopkins. Oh, him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Anthony Hopkins is in it, and Ed Harris, and like loads of really pretty big actors, honestly. And if you were to ever watch any new TV show like that, I would genuinely highly recommend the first season of Westworld. It's, you know, I like my twists and turns.
You do?
There's a lot of mystery in that first season, so I would definitely check that out. But for this time, we're going to be watching the
1950? No, wait.
No.
I was thinking about The Mummy. It's 1980
73.
something. Oh, yeah. Westworld.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's 73. 1973 Westworld.
So it's a Western sci-fi. Yeah, Yul Brynner, and it's a Western sci-fi for anyone who has no idea what Westworld is. But it's interesting. Do you like, without giving too much away, is this like do you like this one or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I think it's definitely my kind of,
your kind of film,
my kind of thing. Yeah.
Do you like westerns or?
Yeah, I'm not opposed to westerns. I mean, I've not watched a lot, so I'm not. My sister's more into westerns than I am.
Okay. Yeah, but so if there's a western, you're like, okay, whatever, it's fine. But like, you don't really go, oh, I love spaghetti westerns, and I love.
Yeah, I love, like, so the spaghetti westerns. Okay, so those are the Western sci-fi is a very specific thing that I like because of the spaghetti Western sci-fi. There was a massive thing in the 80s. Where Italy was making a load of not just Western, but then they were like, yeah, let's make it Mad Max and put sci-fi in it. And it's such a fucking amazing, there's so many shit films that came out. So good. But this is like a genuinely, like a bigger, it's based on a book, I think, a Michael Crichton book. So he did,
is it fucking Galaxina?
He did, well, he did Jurassic Park.
No, I just meant, is it Galaxina where...
That's one of...
Well, they end up in like this is such a while ago now, but do they end up in like a western town? And there's that, yeah. Right.
That weird bar.
And that weird filter, like the hype of like the whatever, crazy pink filter. God. That feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it? It was. It was too long ago. I can't remember anything from that time. Was that yours or Simon's film?
That was Simon's.
That was Simon's. God. Oh my God. I can't remember if you liked it or not.
I did. Yeah, I think it was all right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is the next film. It is the 1973 Westworld. And that's going to be it for this episode. I think for the next time we record, we should do the listener movie list.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's time. So if you want to pledge to the Patreon, and if you want one of your films to be added to a list where we roll the dice and we review one of your films, go check out the Patreon. And and we'll do that for the next episode. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for supporting. And we'll catch you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.